Hey, welcome back everybody. Today we are going to be doing day 5 of TryHackMe's Advent of Cyber challenges, and today we have a challenge related to XML external entities. So in this video I'm going to explain everything that you may need to know before starting with XXE vulnerabilities. I'm going to teach you about XML files, and we're going to go through all of these challenges. So before starting, I haven't gone through any of these challenges yet. So this will be my first time you will see it in action, how I am going through everything that is being requested for these challenges. And before starting, we have to start our machine and we have to connect to the VPN. You can connect to attack box if you like, or if you like connecting through your own machine, you can do it with TryHackMe's VPN. To access the VPN, you can go to tryhackme.com/access and you can download the VPN file from here. Alright, so now let's go through what exactly is XML file. So if I go to my terminal and I open, for example, Vim, and I will create a file called users.xml. So XML file looks really similar to HTML file. So as stated in the example of the challenge, we have this people name glitch. I will actually just copy this and paste it to my own XML file, and I will explain everything here. So first of all, we have something like a group, and it's called people, and this group people holds these values. So we have name, we have address, we have email, we have phone, and we can have anything we want. So for example, if I want, I can, for example, add username, and the username could be glitch 001 as an example. And to close the tag, we have to type in this triangle, then slash, and then username, just like in HTML files. And now we have XML file created for us. But most of the XML files come with a header that states XML file information. So if you scroll down on the XXE attack, we can see that when we are attacking it, we have to define XML version like this. But I will not do that in the file. I can just show you if I insert a line above. This will declare the XML version, and the version of XML that we are going to be using is 1.0. Okay, so now let's try to understand how XXE attacks work. So here we have some examples from TryHackMe themselves. So for example, I can declare a doc type of people, right? And this is just going to be how we will declare a variable that will store our data that is going to be used for exploitation of this XML file, right? So what we are saying here is that we decline a variable called ext, and this ext variable is pointing to tryhackme.com/robots.txt. And what we can actually do is go to any field in the XML file, for example, for this name, and I will replace it with this ampersand and then ext. So what does it mean? So this means that we are pointing our name basically tag inside people is pointing to this ext or external variable, and then that external variable is this website tryhackme.com/robots.txt. And then we have to end the tag if we are declaring our XML file with variable like this, we have to end with a semicolon, because otherwise it's just going to error out like in any other language. So if we would load this XML file into a browser, we would see, instead of name, we would get this http tryhackme.com/robots.txt, but we would not just get this URL, we would actually get the contents of robots.txt file. And what does this mean is that we have successfully injected some content into our XML file. So now let's take a look at a real example prepared by TryHackMe and try to exploit it using this functionality. But before we do that, I want to explain just one more thing. You might be thinking, why is it important for us, and why is it really a big deal that we can load any file from the internet? We can, so first of all, we can load, for example, PHP scripts, and this would be like the complete own of the machine. But on this machine, I don't think we will be able to. I haven't done this actually, but I don't think we will have to load the PHP file. Other really dangerous thing about this feature is that we can actually load files from the system that runs this server. So for example, if I type in the protocol file and ://, so this means that we are specifying a protocol. It's the same as .http, for example, protocol in the website. So http : or https : it's the same, and we are specifying that our protocol is going to be file, and this file is going to come from the computer that is running this server, this website, or not necessarily computer, or a server that is running this website. And now when we specify the protocol, we can actually type in any file we want. So for example, etc/passwd, which is just a common file in Linux. If I go to a new terminal tab and I type in cat/etc/passwd, we will get this password file, which is automatically generated by Linux, and it's in probably every Linux installation. So this file is being used as a proof of concept for file inclusion vulnerabilities such as this one. So if I load this file into the external variable, and then I pass this external variable to the name tag, we will if the server loads this file, we will see etc/passwd being loaded instead of the name. All right, so now let's go back to TryHackMe, and now let's do these challenges. So the first challenge is, what is the flag discovered after navigating through the wishes? So let's go to the website and take a look at what they are talking about. So let me just scroll up. So my machine has already started, and the IP address is going to be this IP address that is being stated above of start machine. So if I paste this website to my browser, I can see a website, and it says, welcome to Wishvile. Browse our products and add them to your wish list, and maybe Santa's going to deliver it to your location this Christmas. So before navigating through the site, I'm going to launch a tool called burpsuit. And if you don't know what burpsuit is, it's a utility that helps you intercept the requests that are being sent from your browser and change them and manipulate them to hopefully exploit some vulnerabilities on a website. So now let's load burpsuit. If you are on TryHackMe's attack box, I think there should be an icon like this one. If I can find it, let's see. If I go to pen testing, and then let's see, I'm not actually sure, web application analysis, web application proxies. It should be something similar to this, or you can go to the terminal and type in burp suite, and it should automatically open for you. Then I suggest, if it's the first time using burp suite for you, I suggest opening the built-in browser, because you will not have to set up proxy like I already did in my own installation. So if you open this browser, you will see a browser that which has automatically proxies set up for it, and then you can just intercept the traffic like I will from my Firefox. So to intercept traffic, I'm gonna turn on this proxy, and now if I refresh this page, I will see that get request to slash is being sent to this website. So now let me just go around the website and try to find every single endpoint there is. So I see products, I see cart, and I will click on everything and open every page. So I will view this Wherewhile Jolly Cap. I will click on view and I will add it to wishlist. Item added to your wishlist successfully. Let's take a look at the request, which is going to be sent in our burp suite. So you can sort the requests by pressing on this to sort them going from the latest to earliest, and I can see there's a post request to wishlist.php. Let me just see. I can see that here is something similar to XML that we saw on our example. If I open users.xml and I edit it, it's something similar to this. So I will send it to repeater by right-clicking and clicking to send to repeater, or I can just click on Ctrl-R to send it to repeater. Okay, and I will send every single request that appears interesting for me to the repeater. Okay, now we have the product list, and I can add these items to my wish list and I can view them. If I refresh, I don't see this button changed. Let's see, is there anything different? Nope, just add to wish list, and now I have card. If I refresh the card, because I have added this to my wish list, I can now purchase it or check out. So I will click on proceed to checkout. I can add information like full name, so let me just type in Santa Claus, like stated here, and then address, anything 23, for example. It can be anything, and I will complete checkout. And now wish successful. Your wish has been saved as wish 21. And if I click on this wish 21, I get an error page, and it says Santa's elves are the only ones who can read wishes. So let's try to exploit this vulnerability, which is going to be XXE or XML external entities. Really good way to find a payload for the exploit that you're looking for is by going to hack tricks. So if I type in XXE hack tricks, I will see this page pop up, and here are some really great examples for exploiting external entities vulnerabilities, as well as XXE. So now let me go back to my burp suite and see if I can try to manipulate somehow these requests. But first of all, I will go every single request that has been sent from this host, and I will look if there are any other XXE potential exploit vectors. So let's see. We have this request. I don't think it is interesting for us. Let me go down. These are not interesting because these are GET requests. I'm looking the most at the POST requests. Do I have any other traffic? I believe no. So let me try to exploit XXE on this wishlist thing. All right, so if I go back to hack tricks, I can create this proof of concept. And to create this proof of concept, I can just declare the XML version, And let me test if this is vulnerable by simply creating a new doc type of foo. This foo can be anything, and this is not actually what I need. I will try to exploit a file read just like stated here. So I will declare this doc type foo. XC password and entity will be proof of concept, POC. And for user ID, I will define at POC and then not at this ampersand symbol, I believe, and then POC and this semicolon, and then I will send. Okay, so we get okay, and we have an error adding items to wish list, cannot add or update a child row, a foreign key, constraints false. So we have some sort of an error. And now let's try to troubleshoot this error and fix it. So did I declare? I believe everything should be on. Probably not. We have to declare XML version like this. Let's see. We still get this error. Let's see what TryHackMe is suggesting, because they should give some sort of a proof of concept. Okay, so we are declaring this system. Let's see, can we use... It seems really similar to the one that we were testing earlier, but let me just try to enter THM, fail to parse XML. So we get a different error. Why does it have to... this is okay. Let's see. We get the same error address. Maybe let's instead of modifying user ID, maybe let's modify product ID. Is that correct? Oh, and we now get XC password file for the machine that we are attacking. So this is great news, because it seems like this machine is vulnerable to XXE attack, and we have successfully exploited it. But what is the gain for us from this exploitation? So if you were attentive enough, you maybe have caught that we have this wish21.txt file, and this is not accessible for us because Santa's elves are the only ones who can read wishes. But if we can read any file on the system, maybe we can read this file. So let me try to do just that. So the problem is that we do not know where this file on the system is, but we can take an educated guess, because a web server typically starts on a directory which is going to be located at /var/www, and we can see there is HTML. If I go to HTML, for me there is index.php, because I was doing something earlier and I had this website set up for me. So probably we can guess that the website is being hosted on var.www. So let me try to modify the path to /var. All right, /var/www/ wishes, and then wish21.txt. And can we read it? We cannot. Let's see what might be the problem. Let's see passwd. All right, we can read at passwd/var/www, maybe /html, and then this wish. Yep. And now we can see the product ID wish21, and then just like that. So what is the first question for us? I believe it was something with wishes. So what is the flag discovered after navigating through wishes? So we can perform a brute force attack to these wishes and brute force the number which is correct, probably. So to do that, we can type in anything in this wish.txt, and if I type in 1, this wish is not valid, and if I type in 21, all right, there's an address test for wish 1, and for 21, anything 23. Okay, so we should probably enumerate this number, because these are just different wishes which are being held in the server. So to do that, you can select the number here and click on Ctrl I to send to intruder, or right click and send to intruder. Then in intruder we can see that 1 is selected for me. And now let me go ahead and go to payloads, and we will go through every single number, and I select the payload type to be numbers, and every single number from 0 to, for example, 100. And we will have 101 requests sent from our bird suit, and it will go through every single number from 1 to 100 and replace to this number. And if it's correct, then we might be able to sort through by sorting by content length. So let's start the attack. Click on OK, it's fine. And now let's see. We are attacking this website, and we can see the content length here, right? So the first request is being sent is a null request, which doesn't contain anything, and it only contains the initial payload that we have, so 1. If we go to response, we can see this response, the product key, name, address. If I go to request 0, we get 200 OK, and it says fail to parse XML. If I go to request 1, we see the test. Request 2, I see request 2 because I see payload 2 here. We see test. So we can see that all of these payloads are similar because they all contain this test. It's probably like a default config, but what we can do is we can filter by length, and all of these are probably errors, fail to parse XML, right? But if I filter by the most length, we have some requests that stick out to us. So the request that sticks out to us the most is request 15. And if I go to this request, we can see that the flag is stated here. So great job, we have gotten the first flag for the challenge. So the next question is, what is the flag seen on the possible proof of sabotage? And the possible proof of sabotage. And I actually have no idea what it is asking. Let me go through the website again. And maybe let's read what the tasks was asking us to do. Yep, so it's talking about brute forcing that number here. Alright, after discovering the vulnerability, Mixed Kitty, there's a storyline. I didn't read the storyline because, I mean, you can read it yourself, and it's just like a tutorial video only. That a changelog file exists within the web application stored at the following endpoint /changelog. So what if we go to this file? Okay, we can see this file, and yeah, we don't even need to exploit XXE again, I believe. And we can just get the flag here. TryHackMe Mayor malware backdoors. And if I go ahead and claim this flag, we have successfully completed the room. And if you want to learn more about XXE injection attack, you can check out the TryHackMe's XXE room. And if I open this room, there are more information about XXE attacks. I haven't actually done this room just yet. Maybe I will do it later, but I know a lot of things already about XXE, so I do not really need. And that's it for today's challenge. If you want a little bit more, I believe you can go through these commits and maybe check out what they are by exploiting the same XXE attack and going through .git folder inside here probably, and going through all of these commits and seeing what has changed. Maybe you will find something, maybe you will not, I don't actually know. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my walkthrough, and I will see you guys in the next one.